WICR, Iona College Radio.
Good afternoon, Iona College. My name is Matthew Ricker, and we're here with starting our new show today with Matt and Dave. Again, I'm Matt Ricker, along with...
I'm Dave Horvath.
And today is September 3rd, 2015, on this hot summer September afternoon, and we're glad to be with you for all of our viewers that are and listeners that are joining us. Dave, how's your day been?
Oh, it's been great, Matt. How's your day been?
Yeah, it's been good. You know, we had the involvement fair, which you were at too.
Oh, great success today.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for coming out today and really just giving all the clubs and that stuff we do here at school a chance.
Yeah, it was a great event. All the people were signing up for clubs, all the incoming freshmen. Can't believe a year ago we were once in that position.
I know, it's nuts already. Jeez, years flies by.
But anyway, we have a lot to get to on this hot summer afternoon.
Oh, yes, we do.
Beginning with our campus news. Right? Are we starting with...
Yeah, we'll start with the campus news. Let's...
All right.
You start off, Matt.
Okay, so as many of you may know, we have a construction of our new residence hall right across the street from campus. Looking forward to that. It's set to open in fall of 2016. It's going to be suites of...
Four. It's going to be four singles, that to my knowledge, and with kitchen, bathroom. Going to be pretty
style.
Oh yeah, pretty awesome style setup. Excited definitely to be here to experience that next year.
That's great, and also it's going to be, I think, 6 or 7 levels with a public restaurant that'll be on the ground level. So hopefully we'll get a good restaurant. I'm hoping for Chipotle.
Oh yeah, who doesn't love Chipotle?
But anyway, and then another event that went on over the summer was we had some renovations that went on in Spellman Hall. On the ground floor, they painted and replaced the lights, I believe.
And they did they changed up the whole style of when you first walk in and get food. So something a little different when kids came in and saw that new addition. It was like, okay, they spent some time changing everything up.
And then in Spellman Hall, in Vicenza Commons, they renovated the dining hall. Down there. I know you could tell that they renovated because they kind of moved everything around, but it looks good. It looks good. And also there was some brickwork that was done near the main entrance during the late July and August.
Yeah, they're just kind of finishing up right now. They should be done within hopefully a few days.
Yeah. So that's exciting to see there. Looks pretty good. All those workers that were working hard all summer. So at another event, another headline that we have, Pi Kappa Pi members Pat Lynch and Dennis Martell completed the Journey of Hope this past summer, which was an event that not an event, but a cross-country road trip that they did, and they given back to the community and people with disabilities. Very good event, and a trip that they did. We commend them for that. I recently wrote an article about that in today's Ionian. Feel free to pick up your copy today.
Yeah, no, it's a great event what they did. It's nice to just see kids in our community just going back and just giving out to those who are less fortunate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely head over to the Ionian website or pick up a copy to read my full story on that. Another headline we have is Dr. Caluso, who was the dean of the Hagen School of Business, has been moved up to interim provost for academic affairs. He recently expanded the Rudin Center hours. The Rudin Center will now be open on Saturday. I'm not sure on the exact hours, but you could find that out on the Iona website. And that's all according to the Ionian. I picked that article out of the Ionian written by Ian Sachs. Yeah, it's good that the Rudin Center is going to be expanded. I know I've used that a few times. It's very helpful. Yeah. And then our final headline, which we kind of mentioned a little bit, but the involvement fair that we had from 11 to 1 on Mazzella Field, that was definitely a success.
Oh yeah, huge success. Happy to just see kids coming out and wanting to get involved.
And then moving on now to our national news. First, our headline for national news. It's not a pleasant headline, but it's our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims and families of the Virginia shooting last week. The two people that were killed spontaneously by they were shot just trying to do the news on the street in Virginia, and just a devastating event, and definitely our prayers are with them.
Oh yeah, it's just something. What's hard to explain with words how we can show how we really want to send our prayers out, but it's a terrible thing what happened. Hopefully their community can wrap around the families and really help them to get through this very difficult time.
Yes. Moving on now to the race for the White House in 2016.
Oh boy, fun thing to talk about, right?
Yeah, it's already heating up, the race. And it's not even, we're over a year in advance, so it's going to be a long election cycle.
Oh,
I can feel it already.
Certainly will.
Anyway, as most of you probably know, if you've been following the news, Donald Trump has been leading most of the polls in the different states and the different news organizations that have been conducting them. But speculation is growing on the Democratic side that Vice President Joe Biden will run. The only thing that's kind of stopping him is the death of his son, Beau, which he passed this summer, unfortunately. Our prayers go out to him as well. He is the former Attorney General for Delaware, it's just terrible. He passed away from cancer. Our prayers are with him, but we hope he makes a decision soon on whether he'll run for president. That'll certainly shake things up a bit.
Oh, that would be something really coming out of nowhere. We'll have to see, though.
Yeah.
Just have to see how if he ends up wanting to do it or not.
Mm-hmm. Another thing is Hillary Clinton and her emails. She's recently, she's been facing controversy for a few months now, but about whether the emails were classified when she sent them via her private server at her Chappaqua home here in Westchester County. She still faces questions over that. It's unclear whether she'll have a congressional hearing on Capitol Hill over that. I believe there is one, but it just hasn't been announced when. Emails that were recently released indicate now that they contain classified information, but were not classified at the time that they were sent, according to CNN. It's just a sticky situation.
Oh, you know what? She's on a slippery slope, and sooner or later, she's going to trip up and fall, and it looks like it's starting to happen. I say, let us see them.
Mm-hmm. We shall see. Moving back over to the Republican side of the presidential debate, Donald Trump likes Ben Carson. Ben Carson is the former chief of neurology at Johns Hopkins University Hospital. He's a former surgeon. He doesn't really have that much political experience, but in my opinion, that's a good thing, as well as Trump. I mean, they both don't have that much political experience, but it's good because they're not like typical politicians that we have. So they'll definitely shake things up a bit.
They're a little young blood, something different. I mean, Trump likes Carson's. I love Carson's. How don't you like the guy? He's done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Very, very, very brilliant man.
Mm-hmm. Very smart.
Maybe it's time, we get someone like that in office. Someone who's kind of coming out of nowhere, curveball.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe not having the most political experience wouldn't be the worst thing to have in Capitol Hill, but only time will tell. We'll have to see.
Yes. And Donald Trump said, quote, "I like Ben Carson very much." Very much. He said last week in South Carolina. And then he also said, "He's a really fine man. He's a friend of mine. He's doing well also," end quote, according to CNN. The next presidential debate is September 16th on CNN.
Can't wait to see that. Let's see where that goes this time.
Yeah, I didn't watch the prior one on Fox News this past summer, but there was a lot of controversy with that, with all the comments that Trump made.
Oh yeah, no, I watched it, and it was it was a debate, but it wasn't a debate. The questions that were asked were not really debatable. It was more or less, I ask you a question and you give me your answer, and then I ask someone else a question, not the same really. And I hope this time on CNN they at least do a better debate with a panel. Hopefully.
Yes, and also, sorry, I lost my place here.
Talking about Meg Kelly.
Yes. Yeah. So Meg Kelly was one of the hot topics that went on with Trump when he I'm not gonna repeat his comments, but he.
Oh yeah, don't repeat those. Not on live air.
But he also bases speculation on and controversy on his comments on illegal and undocumented immigrants. It's just a very hot debate on what the issue is with the Border Patrol and things like that. But it seems like it's a never-ending debate.
Oh yeah, it seems like something we're gonna debate 40 years from now when we're all old and decrepit. They're just going to still have the same debate the way it looks like it's going. But we'll have to see where it goes. Especially this presidential election, I think is going to be extremely based on the border.
Yes, and also we what am I trying to say? Yeah, so the debate on illegal immigrants, that's in a different. Everyone has their own point of view for that.
Opinion.
As shown with Jeb Bush and all the other presidential candidates. And I'm just going to read you a few poll numbers that I found. A poll conducted yesterday by Loras College in the Iowa Democratic Presidential Caucus. Clinton is at 48%, Senator Sanders is at 23%, and Vice President Biden is at 16%. Of course, Biden hasn't declared yet, but declared that he will run, but it's just saying.
People are expecting to see him run. And, I think people also forget about Senator Sanders, that he is also running in, I just, going back to that debate on Fox where all the Republican men working for the nominees, men and women, they all kind of assumed, oh, Hillary's going to be the Democratic nomination. And I think that's most people's opinion and assumption that she will be the Democratic nomination. But I think we still have to keep our options open. That Senator Sanders, he maybe not, he's not too far behind.
I noticed with his views, he's very different from all the candidates. I mean, he is a current senator in Congress right now, but he's very he doesn't rush to comment on everything. He's very prepared when he has to speak about something, and
he's kind of completely in his own section. To even call him a Democrat sometimes, he himself may not be really. He's kind of his own political party, if he could be.
And finally, also according to Loras College, a poll conducted for the Iowa Republican Presidential Caucus shows Trump leading at 25%, Dr. Ben Carson at 18%, Senator Ted Cruz of Texas at 7%, Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker at 6%, former HP executive Carly Fiorina at 5%, former Florida Governor Jeb Bush at 10%, and Senator Marco Rubio at 4%, and also former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee at 4%. This is all according to the RealClearPolitics.com.
Oh, it's nice to see that Trump and Carson are getting the nods there. I kind of hope. I like Carly Fiore. I think she has a lot of great things to say.
Mm-hmm.
I think people kind of forget about her, but she is extremely bright, business-minded, and it's something, I hope people give her a shot, because if you listen to what she's saying, she knows what she's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And she really thinks, just like Ben Carson's, really thinks before she answers a question. She processes it. With some of these other guys, kind of shoot it out. But it's also nice to see that Ted Cruz got some more on the ups. Of course, Jeb Bush is up there too. My own personal, I'm not the biggest fan, but if people like him, maybe he's trying to become the third Bush in that family to become president. So I guess we'll have to see. But tell us what the Farmer's Almanacs are predicting, Matt.
It's not good news, Dave.
Oh, I know it's not. Oh boy.
But this is our final news topic today. But the Farmer's Almanac predicts a very harsh winter.
Oh,
yet
boy.
Again.
Yay. Who doesn't love snow?
Yeah, I mean, when you think back to the spring semester this past year, I think it was the first 4 or 5 classes of Mondays were canceled. I had some of my classes on Monday at 8 a.m. and at 9:30, and they were either delayed or canceled, and it was like, woof, that we're losing a lot.
Oh, yeah, and these teachers in the spring were like, oh, boy, we got to make up, 6, 7 classes in the 12. So we got to fit in all this other information, and at the end of the year, it was a lot of rushing.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if the winter wants to be bad, let's be bad when we're on break, and not have it be so bad when we're back in session, because we don't want to miss too many classes again.
Yeah, it was definitely a rush with all the work and stuff. But hopefully we'll be all right this winter. Maybe it'll be 70 degrees all winter.
Maybe it'll be 70 degrees on Christmas Day, and we'll be having a nice Christmas outside.
By the pool.
Oh, that would be lovely, wouldn't it?
Well, anyway, that's our news for the day, national and campus news. But we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll
touch on some sports around campus and nationally.
All right, we'll be right back after these messages.